Hello, today we are going to take a look at the continent of North America. Let us start at Trinity Episcopal School. And here you see the front entrance of Trinity, and this is a picture taken from the air. Let's go to one of the places that you are probably well familiar with, the Panther Stadium. Here is the Panther Stadium. And then to one of the places that you go to when you want to get a book, Imaginon. Next, let's go to First Ward. Remember when we went to First Ward, the whole school, and we sang? And this is the picture taken during the time. And here's a view from our uptown area, and you can see we have Trinity here, First Ward Park right here, and Imaginon right here, and the Panther Stadium right here. All of this is pretty much in walking distance. Now let's see what this looks like from the air when we compare it to the whole city of Charlotte. Take a look. The area shaded in white, that's Charlotte. And this little area here, this is the uptown area. So you see how big Charlotte is. Next, let's look at North Carolina. Let's fly in or fly out and to see where in North Carolina Charlotte is. And you can see it. Right here is Charlotte, and the rest of it is North Carolina. There are some landmarks that we're going to visit. One of them is Mount Mitchell. Mount Mitchell is the highest mountain in North Carolina, the state capital in Raleigh, and Cape Hatteras at the coast. So let's see what these places look like. Here, this is a street view of Mount Mitchell, and we can look around. Next, let's go to the state capital in Raleigh. And here it is. Have you ever been there? Next, let's go to the East Coast. The East Coast is on the Atlantic Ocean. And this is Cape Hatteras. Cape Hatteras is part of the Outer Banks. And as we continue our journey, let's look at the United States. So here you see, this is North Carolina, and the rest of the red outline is the United States. There is a part right here. This is Hawaii. And there's a part right here, and this is Alaska. Everything else is pretty much on the mainland. Let's take a look at a few of the landmarks in the United States. One I'm sure you are aware of is the Statue of Liberty in New York. Next, let's go to the White House. This is where our president lives. This is the White House in Washington, D.C. And on to Mount Rushmore, In the mountainside of Mount Rushmore, we find the sculpture faces of 4 presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Natural beauties of the United States is the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is the riverbed for the Colorado River. And here you see the red rocks of the Grand Canyon. And if we look around a little bit, we might even see the Colorado River. And there it is on the bottom here. You can see just a little bit of the Colorado River. How beautiful that is. And our last visit here in the United States is the Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge is in San Francisco, California. This is the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California. San Francisco is on the Pacific Ocean. That is the west coast of the United States. And so here is what we visited so far. We visited the White House and the Statue of Liberty. We went to Mount Rushmore, the Grand Canyon, and the Golden Gate Bridge. And this is the United States. The United States are on the largest continent. North America can be divided into 4 parts. One is the United States, and 2 is Canada. Another is Mexico. And just a little bit further south from Mexico is Central America. Central America is made up of several different countries, but it is part of North America. Let's look a little bit closer at Canada. And one of the things that most Americans know about and at least once in their lifetime have seen, and that's Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is located on the border between the United States and Canada. The falls are part of the Niagara River, which empties Lake Erie into Lake Ontario. And now let's go south. Let's go to Mexico. One famous place in Mexico is Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is an old Mayan town. And you see the beautiful buildings that are still preserved for us to see. And we can take a look around to see that there are actually more buildings, not all preserved as well. Some are just the ground walls. Chichen Itza is located in the Yucatan state of Mexico. And here ends our journey through North America. I hope you learned something new. See you next time.